NuubCast.
Greetings, fellow noobs. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus. We've got a 1v1. We are in Daybreak, and we're kicking at PvZ today. Well, in this one anyway. We've got Digital Hobo back for another round. Always a pleasure for me to see return customers, people who are invested in NuubCast. The Digital Hobo, I believe this is his second game that has gotten through the filtration process, if you will. His opponent, Arutha the Blue Zerg here. Again, we are on Daybreak. We are kicking it PvZ style, and hopefully bringing you a delicious game. If you're unfamiliar, NuubCast is all about spotlighting non-pro players and non-pro play in the attempt to show, as we do and have time and time again with your help, that fun and entertaining games can happen at any level of play. All you need are two guys of similar skill and lots of balls. You know what I'm saying? You need the cojones. You gotta play with the cojones, you know? And the reason why you need the cojones is because it's very hard to play passively and get a game on NuubCast. Because unless your opponent is being incredibly aggressive and you're defending well, then the game's just not going to be interesting, right? Needs to be a lot of back and forth, needs to be a lot of aggression, if you will. And because of that, it's harder for lower level players to get their game to have entertaining games, because most lower level players are focused on macro. They're focused on getting their economy going and not really worried about micro and attacking and things like that. So it's actually kind of difficult to get a game on NuubCast, if I have to say so. It's not an easy thing. So I just want to give super props to those guys who submit games, who continue to submit games, who get rejected like a lot and still submit games. You guys are awesome. I freaking love you guys, and you give me hope for my channel, frankly. Because I mean, not that I ever think that I'm going to be like Husky or anybody like that, but you know, I'm happy to have guys who are invested, who believe in what we do here and want to be a part of it. That's great for me. We see Arutha taking that third, and this is what happens all the time. We see in PvZs, Forlings come out. You know, instead of waiting for Arutha to be able to take his natural, he goes ahead and grabs his third. And now that the pylon's gone, he can go ahead and double expand if he wants to, as soon as he's got the money. That's probably what he's going to do. It's actually really hard for lower level Zergs to play this kind of strategy, because frankly, I'm a silver/gold level player. I'm back and forth. I get them promoted to gold pretty much every season, and then at the beginning of the next season, I get demoted back to silver because I don't play enough. That has happened consistently for like the last 4 seasons. Maybe one day I'll play seriously again. But, I mean, whatever. When I played seriously, I sucked too, so I guess that doesn't matter. But anyway, when you are a newer player, or just not as skilled, I mean, let's put it, I'm not a new player, I'm just not as good as many other people, whether that's a natural talent thing. Personally, I think it's just a mechanics thing. I need to learn how to do mechanics, and if I did, I'm not saying I'd be great, but I'd probably be a diamond. Just because I know the game so well and know the decisions to make. But even saying that is kind of silly, because so often you can watch a game and say what should have happened, what players should be doing, but then when you're in the game, who knows, unless you're in the game, whether you would have made the right decision at that time or not. I make bad decisions all day long when I play, and those you who've watched me play, who've watched me stream, can verify that wholeheartedly. So we've got 3 hatcheries up now. What I was saying is this is really hard. It's extremely difficult for a lower level to manage 3 bases. Effectively. Fact of the matter is, the more bases you have, the harder it's going to be for you to continue to manufacture probes and pylons consistently. And effectively spend your money. As you can see, Arutha's bank is already getting high, and he doesn't even have all 3 bases saturated. Right now is the first time he's even getting drones at his 3rd base, and he's already got his bank up pretty high. And he is Queen Energy also already getting high. Now he's injected at all 3 bases. But it's just hard mechanically to, and Destiny talks about this all the time. He says if you're anywhere below platinum, you should only be doing 1 base strategies, and that, so that you can learn to effectively manage 1 base, and then once you get better mechanically, once you get those basics down, then move on to 2 and 3 base strategies. I am so glad that nobody listens to him, because I would never, all my games would be 5 minutes long if all the Zerg players did 1 base strategies. it would be all 10-minute games, and probably not interesting. They'd all be all-ins. At least with Zerg, anyway. Digital Hobo looking to get aggressive, putting some pylons on the maps. Should be, if he wants to get one down here, he's going to have to do it soon, or he's not going to be able to, because the creep is spreading. Arutha not doing a terrible job with the creep. He should be connected here in a minute. Yep, there he goes. Now he's going to have his all 3 of his bases connected. He's sending out Zerglings just to keep at bases in order to just scout, to have map control, to have map awareness. Very good idea. Lings are super duper cheap, so that's exactly what you want to do. Plus you get to pick off probes, find pylons, all kinds of things. So good on ya, Arutha. Very nicely played. And now we have Digital Hobo moving out with this small force. I don't think he's going to try and win with this. That would be kind of silly. But a lot of times you do see Protoss moving out with a smaller force like this. Generally, it's a lot more... It's another Thor and a lot more sentries in PvZ. Now his Immortal has gotten broken away from the pack here. He only has 1 sentry, it looks like, with his group. He is going in. Now, a lot of spines going up here for Arutha. They are, at least some of them, going to finish, and once they do, I think Arutha's going to be completely fine. He's got plenty of roaches back here. A couple of force fields go down, and actually that's working against his zealots at the moment. And now Arutha's Lings coming around the back to get us around, and I'm going to ditch my back at the same time. Oh man, oh my goodness. Ah, I ditched so much. Okay, got it. Oh, the Immortal. The Immortal, I don't know. That was very interesting. The Stalkers were focusing down drones, while those 3 roaches and the 2 queens smacked down that Immortal. I don't know how many workers he killed. We'll see in a second. But he is eventually going to clean this up. And we're going to take a look right now. He got 9 workers. That was pretty smart. It's pretty smart by Digital Hobo. I don't like that he stayed as long as he did. And now the pylon goes down. I don't like that he stayed as long as he did. But it was pretty effective strategy while he was there. He had that 1 Immortal taking all that damage while his Stalkers picked off every probe at the base, which is pretty good. So he's going to slow down Arutha's economy. Probably not too much. As you see, he's just droning up like a madman right now. And now he's going to take a 4th. So Arutha has to, Digital Hobo has to be wary now. And now we have Lings and Roaches moving in. Roach speed is it even, it's not done. So let me see, where's the Roach Warren? Oh no, okay, he does have speed, and he does have, he's getting tunneling claws now, but no creep. He is continuing to spread, and he's actually looking to connect his 4th base here. Arutha's actually not doing too bad. I think, oh, by the way, Digital Hobo is gold, and Arutha is a platinum player, so All the things that I said about not getting multiple bases do not exactly apply at this level of play. I'm speaking strictly in lower levels. Overseer is in, dropping changelings, gets to see all of Digital Hobo's tech. Observer out for Digital Hobo. I do not see a Robo Bay. The changeling, though, running around getting to see everything. Yeah, he didn't miss a dang thing. So let's see. Did he see all the tech? I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, he saw everything. More gates going up here. This is actually, I love this building placement here. Having just one avenue choke point for attack. Always a good thing. Lots of immortals out here for Digital Hobo. Be very effective against the Roach army that's now coming. Now they have their tunneling claws, though, so but he does have the observers, so he's going to be effective against the burrow. Le burrow. Did he get burrow? That's actually the question. He does not have burrow. So I don't think tunneling claws are going to be very effective without burrow. Unless roaches can... Roaches... No, they can't. Yeah, they need to upgrade. Derpity, 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 derp. So we have 4 base Zerg against the 3 base Protoss. We have the Infestation Pit and the Spire on the way for Arutha. And he's getting some more vision. He's bringing all his units up here to the front. Not breaking down these rocks yet. Meantime, Digital Hobo warping in more Stalkers. Got plenty of Archons out here. Archons and Immortals, man, really good against Roaches. Really good against Roaches. The problem will be that once the Mutas come, once the Spire finishes, the Immortals will be less effective, but the Archons will be very nice. So that works out really well for Digital Hobo. I like this composition quite a bit. I'd like to see a few more sentries in there for some force fields. We got a lot of units coming in here. Lots of roaches moving in. We got lings coming around this side. Is this weird that they're bringing? Okay, they're going to attack. This is the problem, of course, with the Protoss army is you really can only hold off one area at a time. Lings pouring into this 3rd base. And these cannons are going to... Can't kill all of the lings, but not fast enough. They're killing way too many probes. He lost literally almost all... I mean, all but 4, obviously. Let's see how many he got. Yeah, 12 is too many. I think it was 10. In any case, the damage that Digital Hobo did earlier is paid back. So now we have a 200 army of almost entirely roaches. I don't see any mutas out yet. We do have a lot of spines going up here at the 4th base, which of course you love to see. Creep spread is going very nicely for Arutha. Oh, terrible force fields by Digital Hobo. The Immortals are in the back, which is not what you want. Nice force fields that time, keeping a lot of these guys in check here. Still no burrow for these roaches. And this roach army is literally just getting decimated. We have 2-1 upgrades, 2 against 2-2 upgrades, so Arutha is ahead. But man, Immortal's just too strong against these roaches and these spine crawlers, and the spines are dropping. Arutha's supply is dropping, but so is Digital Hobo, and he actually just warped in a ton of zealots. I'm surprised that Arutha has not warped in Mutalisks. Like, really surprised. Because there's no anti-air for Digital Hobo at all. So if he even warped in just a few mutas, he would be good to go. But he might just be waiting. He's mined out in the main, doing pretty good everywhere else. But yeah, look at that. Both guys down. Huge drop in supply. Digital Hobo expands behind that attack, which you love to see. More zealots coming in. This is a problem with the lower leagues too. I think it's look at this. He's warping in all zealots, and we're well into the mid game, and the zealots are a holdover as he techs up, and both players are teching here. All aggression has decided to lax, but look at Arutha making a Baneling nest, saw all the zealots, and it's like, okay, I got some lings, I'll just make Banelings, and then they can crush all your zealots. I mean, that's a lot of money right there. That's freaking like almost, that's 2,000 minerals. I mean, both guys are carrying a huge bank, so I guess it's not a big deal at this point. And zealots really aren't that great against roaches. I mean, they 1-to-1 with no micro, zealots win, just like against stalkers. But does he have? Yeah, he does have the charge. Infestors out here just wide out in the open, just getting crushed. More zealots and stalkers being warped in. I don't see any immortals being made. We do have some Colossus on the way, though. And now, Digital Hobo wants to be aggressive. This is a mistake, because there's... Zerg just... you can't go and attack on the creep and hope to win with gateway units this late in the game. You really need to have your tech up. Now, even though you're 3-1, which is pretty nice. And he's completely walled off here. The 4th, he needs to get some buildings up here. He's got cannons over here. It's not really the best place for them, because you're completely wide open over here. 5th base going down for Digital Hobo. And now I think if the 5th base gets up and running, we could really see things start to turn. I think Arutha has controlled the game thus far, but if he doesn't start taking some more bases, then Digital Hobo is going to be able to take over. We do see the Greater Spire down there, and he's already has Neural Parasite and all of his upgrades from the Infestation Pit, but he's only got a couple of Infestors here, and I don't see him trying to use them anywhere. Would love to see maybe some burrowed Infestors going around killing stuff. Did I see a Warp Prism go out? I thought I saw a Warp Prism on the fields. I don't see anything flying around on the mini-map. Maybe it was a Colossus I thought was flying. But yeah, is Arutha aware? No, he does not know about the 5th base. He's about to find out, though, as this Ling runs up. And he dies, but he saw everything he needed to see. And now Arutha knows. Okay, here's the War Prism. I knew I saw one. And Digital Hobo warping in a few Zealots. And cancels that base. So, if Digital Hobo at this point, if he is able to keep Arutha on effectively what is one mining base, because look, at both of these bases are about to be mined out. This is almost gone. It'll be mined out soon, and this is about to be done. So he'll have this one base, which doesn't have any, which isn't really mining right now anyway. So it's kind of, Arutha kind of has to decide to go soon. I do not like the fact that he's sending these guys out alone. Look at this huge concave. Oh my goodness, look at all of these Templar. And no Storm. Oh, there is Storm. I thought it was grayed out. I didn't think that he had a... Wow. And he's going to be able to knock down these Brood Lords. Here comes Infested Terrans. More... Oh my goodness. So many storms. And more storms. And more storms. Oh my. No more Templar though. And not enough Colossus. Or is there? Oh my goodness. This is going to be so close. Here comes some more Stalkers, losing the first Colossus, the other Colossus not running away. And Arutha blinks forward. I mean, Digital Hobo, whoa, great fungal. Got all of them. And Digital Hobo has to run away. Arutha still has a pretty good supply lead and already making some more broodlords. I want to check units. I want to see how many larvae he has. Yeah, this is not good. He doesn't have enough larvae. And he's way down on minerals. Like I said, he is needs to transfer his guys over here. He's just doing it now. He's about to be mined out over here as well, so he's going to need to take more bases, or Arutha is just going to be dead. It's going to be one base against 1, 2, 3 mining bases against 2. Yeah, both main and natural are mined out for Digital Hobo. Guessing the mothership is there. It is, and boom, there she goes. Mainly stalkers on the field for Digital Hobo at this time. In fact, all stalkers. Curious to see what he's going to do. Where Digital Hobo, I'm sorry, where Arutha is low on minerals, Digital Hobo is lower on gas. So he's kind of stuck in what he can do now, army composition wise. He's got nobody in gas. He's got this guy, these guys getting gas. These guys are still getting gas, almost out of gas here. And these guys are out of gas. So the fact that he's not mining gas here is problematic. He could probably make the guys that he needs to completely own up. Against this composition, though, I don't know if I'd rather have Templar or Archons. I really can't say. I'm surprised that this base isn't being taken, though, by Arutha. I'm really surprised about that. Here's a few Archons coming in. More Colossus being warped in. Let me get that production tab back up. We got Corruptors coming in, presumably to make more Broodlords. Banelings rolling around, and Digital Hobo about to try to expand to a base. Oh, look, he's going to roll right in here. Try to kill some cannons. He's going to kill some. Is he going to get in there and get the workers? 3 Banelings survive. Oh, that was not good. That was not an effective use. I don't know how many he got, but it wasn't many. He did not get 7 there. There's no way. He killed some others in between. He might have gotten 3 or 4. Not an effective use of Banelings. And here come the Zealot Brigade. He could just wall that off now at this point. He's going to try and expand over here. He's going to say, oh, look, a base. Now, he could put some pylons down and cannon up here. But Arutha just not on top of things. I gotta wonder what he's doing. He's gonna lose this base immediately. Here comes an attack for engagement, and it does flank these units. There are overseers here, so there's nothing. Oh, there's the big vortex, but there are no Archons here. The question is, and Arutha wisely getting the rest of his army in there. Why he's throwing all of it in there, I don't understand. Because you can't. The problem with doing something like that is you cannot predict position. And it looks like Digital Hobo is going to lose everything. All these changelings out in the front. You can't kill them. Oh, but look at that. All these stalkers come in and reinforce. Pretty close game here. But I think Digital Hobo has done enough to keep Arutha from mining. As you can see, he's got no money. He's only got a few larvae, and these guys can't attack. So he is in quite a bit of trouble. And Digital Hobo now, though, for the first time I think in this whole game, has a supply lead. And none of these cannons are going to finish. Yeah, you can cancel everything. But now I think even with just gateway units, Digital Hobo can probably go in and win. I think that's exactly what we're going to see happen here. Just go. Oh, he's got the zealots in here taking out the space. Yep. Attrition, baby. keep the Zerg off his bases, keep him from expanding, and there's the GG. Digital Hobo gets the job done, effectively starving his Zerg opponent after being behind, I think, most of that game. And maybe that's a testament to the things that I was talking about early on. You know, this is Arutha is a platinum level guy, so he's able to handle multiple bases. But we even saw here, he had a hatchery up here. He had this hatchery down here. His fourth base took a really long time to get moving, to get mining from. You know, the fact of the matter is if you're going to expand, you've got to get workers to those bases. You cannot have a hatchery sitting there ineffective for a long time. And the same for Digital Hobo. He didn't get gas on these guys till very, very late in the game, and that, you know, now you can see he's got a nice gas bank, but there was a point in time that he didn't have any gas, couldn't make gas units, was stuck making all zealots and stalkers. So, but at the end, Digital Hobo able to take more bases, able to keep his opponent from expanding, and hey man, that's the game. If you can get the better economy than your opponent and sustain it, 9 times out of 10, well, 7 times out of 10, you're probably going to win that game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Pretty good, fun game. Thanks Digital Hobo for bringing it in, and keep climbing that ladder, guys. We'll see you soon.